bigger. We made a mistake.
Attention surfers, the beach is closed. This is a high alert Titan area.
What the hell's that sound?
It's one of the oldest and most terrifying creatures ever mentioned in human history. A beast so powerful, ancient texts say it cannot be killed by any weapon made by man. Its body can twist through the oceans like a living storm. The Bible calls it Leviathan. Leviathan is described as a real force of chaos, waiting beneath the deep. So what exactly is Leviathan? A myth, a memory, or something much more dangerous? The story of Leviathan starts in several parts of the Old Testament, most notably in the books of Job, Psalms, and the descriptions of it are so detailed that you will start to wonder whether the writers are describing something real. Let's start with the book of Job. Here, Leviathan is introduced by God himself. In one of the most intense parts of the story, Job has been suffering and begins to question why God allows pain in the world. God responds, not with direct answers, but with a series of powerful images. And one of the most fearsome was Leviathan. God describes Leviathan as a creature no man can defeat. Its body is covered in thick armor-like scales. Its breath can ignite coals. Its eyes shine like the morning sun. Spears and arrows bounce off of it. It churns the sea like boiling water. Here's a passage from Job 41. Its snorting throws out flashes of light. Its eyes are like the rays of dawn. Flames stream from its mouth. Sparks of fire shoot out. Smoke pours from its nostrils as from a boiling pot over burning reeds. The message is clear. Leviathan is a creature of overwhelming power, something no human could possibly control. Only God has authority over it. And by reminding Job of this, God shows just how small and limited humans are in the face of divine power. In this way, Leviathan becomes a symbol of the chaos that only God can tame. But the story doesn't end there. What if I told you that recent deep-sea exploration has discovered massive underwater caverns, vast pitch-black spaces beneath the seafloor that eerily match ancient descriptions of Leviathan's domain? In both the Mediterranean and Pacific, researchers using sonar and remote-operated vehicles have mapped hollow chambers far below the ocean's surface, some so wide and deep that light has never touched their walls. Their scale and structure are reminiscent of descriptions found in ancient religious texts and mythologies, where Leviathan is said to dwell in the depths, in the abyss, or beneath the foundations of the sea. In 1997, NOAA, the US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, recorded something unusual. Deep in the South Pacific Ocean, hydrophones picked up a powerful sound. It was ultra-low, wide-ranging, and absolutely massive. Scientists named it the bloop. At first, some suggested it could have been caused by ice movement or tectonic shifts, but others weren't so sure. The bloop didn't behave like a geological event. In fact, it resembled the vocal profile of a living organism. But here's the problem. Whatever made that sound would have had to be several times larger than a blue whale. To this day, the source remains officially unidentified. Strangely, that recording came from an area not far from one of the largest undersea cavern networks ever discovered. Coincidence? Perhaps. But the mystery deepens. In the Baltic Sea, divers in 2011 discovered a strange circular object on the seafloor. Its outline was almost perfect, flat on top, ridged along the edges and marked with what looked like symmetrical grooves. Around it, rocks appeared mysteriously charred, despite the freezing environment. Some called it a sunken UFO. Others believed it was a geological formation, but for a few, the shape, along with the trail carved into the seabed behind it, looked eerily like something that had landed or surfaced. Then there's the Bermuda Triangle. This patch of ocean, stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has puzzled scientists for decades. Ships vanish, aircraft disappear without distress calls, compass readings behave strangely. Skeptics blame the weather, rogue waves, or magnetic anomalies. And many of those explanations are valid. But others point to the triangle's deep waters, where cracks in the seafloor open into caverns large enough to swallow entire vessels. Even today, the deeper parts of the triangle remain largely uncharted. Could one of these submerged fissures lead to a hidden world, one where ancient things still stir? We now know that deep-sea trenches, like the Mariana Trench, reach nearly 11,000 meters below sea level. There, the pressure is immense, and the darkness absolute. And yet, even there, life thrives. Transparent creatures, glowing fish, and unknown species adapted to a world we've barely begun to study. Scientists estimate that over 90% of the ocean remains unexplored. That's more than 2/3 of our planet's surface. And if Leviathan or something like it still existed, this is exactly where it would be. And this stretch of ocean is no ordinary location. These are some of the most treacherous waters in the world, known for deadly currents, violent storms, and a high number of disappearances. Some say this danger is a sign that something ancient still lurks beneath the waves. Of course, this remains firmly in the realm of theory, but for many, the signs are there. And if ancient texts are correct, then Leviathan is not only real, but it is waiting somewhere in the abyss.
What the hell's that sound?
The epicenter of the 7.1 earthquake right in the heart of the San Francisco Bay.
This just into News Australia.
Francisco. Si l'aviation ne parvient pas.
We've also been getting strange reports of something moving under the Golden Gate Bridge.
I mean, it must be 300 feet tall.
Cars are tumbling off the bridge.
San Francisco has now become a war zone. Unless the jets can bring down this massive creature, I don't know what is going to be left of this city.
Cutting a 3-mile wide path of destruction for the city of San Francisco. I can only pray that this is the end of it.
Job 41. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put an hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thine hand upon him. Remember the battle, do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment, or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his sneezings, a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold, the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. Slingstones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride.